For any small business owner, that ringing phone, it's a total double-edged sword, right? On one hand, it could be your next huge client. On the other, it might be the 10th time you've had to stop what you're doing in the last hour. Juggling those calls, booking appointments, and, actually doing the work, it's a constant struggle. But what if an AI could do more than just answer? What if it could actually become a real part of your team? Well, that's exactly what AMG's AI agent is promising. So let's dive in and see if it actually delivers.
Seriously? Just think for a second about what all that ringing really costs. Every single call that goes to voicemail, that's not just a misconnection. That's a potential customer literally walking away. And every minute you spend playing phone tag, trying to schedule something, that's a minute you can't spend on the work that actually grows your business. For places like clinics, salons, and agencies, this isn't just some small annoyance. It's a massive bottleneck holding you back.
And this is where AMG's AI agent is supposed to come in and save the day. See, they're not positioning this as just another answering service. Oh no, they're calling it a full-fledged virtual receptionist. And the promise they make right there on their homepage, it's simple, but man, is it powerful. It answers calls, it books appointments, and it works 24/7. The implication here is just huge. It means you might never miss another opportunity, and you get your time back without having to hire someone. That's a pretty bold claim, so let's break it down and see what's really going on.
Okay, so before we jump into the nuts and bolts of how this thing works, let's really get a handle on the problem it's trying to solve. Because it's so much more than just a phone ringing off the hook. It's about that relentless, non-stop demand on your time and your attention.
I mean, for businesses like these, the phone line isn't just a phone line. It's the main engine that drives revenue. So when a call gets missed, it's not a small inconvenience. It's a patient who can't get an appointment, a client who can't ask a question, a customer who just hangs up and takes their money somewhere else. It's a direct, painful hit right to your bottom line.
All right, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Let's pull back the curtain a bit and figure out what this AI receptionist thing actually is and how it's supposed to get the job done.
So, at its core, this thing is way, way more than just a fancy answering machine. That's what really sets it apart from a simple voicemail. It's not just sitting there passively taking messages. Nope. It's an active participant. It's managing schedules. It's answering questions, all based on a playbook that you write for it. And this tagline, it just cuts right through all the noise, doesn't it? It boils the whole service down to 3 things every single business owner gets instantly: answering calls, booking appointments, and doing it all day, every day, 24/7. Long after you've locked up for the night. It's all about the outcome, not the tech behind it.
Okay, the promise is definitely compelling, but the big questions are still hanging out there. What can it really do, and how much is this going to cost me? So let's get into the nitty-gritty of the features and the pricing plans.
So here's the core toolkit. And it's not just about answering calls. Smart scheduling means it can plug right into your existing calendar, so no more double bookings. Custom instructions, well, that's how you program its personality and what it knows. You even get full transcripts of the calls, which is awesome for quality control and just keeping records. It's actually a surprisingly beefy set of tools. And here's the breakdown of the pricing, which is designed to scale right along with you. It kicks off with a starter plan that's clearly made for solo operators or really small shops. Then you can move up to a pro tier as your team grows, and finally, there's a business tier for bigger operations. The main thing to notice here is that the entry point is designed to be super accessible, right from day one.
Let's just zero in on that starting price for a sec. $59 a month. Now, compare that to the thousands, literally thousands, you'd shell out for a human receptionist's salary, benefits, and training. All of a sudden, their claim of saving you over $2,000 a month, it doesn't just seem possible, it seems kind of obvious.
All right, so the price is accessible, we get that. But what about getting it all set up? Do you need an IT degree for this thing? Let's walk through their 5-step setup process and see just how easy or, difficult it really is.
So the whole process is broken down into just 5 simple steps. First, you pick a voice. Then you plug in your business details, create your account, run a quick test call to make sure everything's working, and then you subscribe. That's it. The claim is you can go from absolutely nothing to a fully working AI agent in just a matter of minutes.
And that first step is actually pretty crucial. This isn't about getting some generic monotone robot voice. You're actually choosing the voice of your business, whether you want a Sarah or an Adrian, to match the brand and the vibe you've already worked so hard to build. It's that first layer of making this AI really feel like it's yours. And the personalization goes way deeper than just the voice. You can feed your agent super specific custom instructions. The example they give is perfect. A medical clinic can program its agent to always remind patients to bring their ID and insurance cards. It's a tiny detail, right? But it prevents major headaches down the line, something a basic answering service would totally miss.
I mean, when you put it side by side like this, the difference is just staggering. On one side, you've got the long, painful road of hiring someone, writing job posts, doing interviews, all the training, a process that can drag on for weeks. And on the other side, the promise of a fully trained virtual receptionist ready to go in the time it takes you to make a cup of coffee. It's kind of wild.
Okay, so we've walked through the problem, the solution they're offering, and how to get it all set up. Let's boil this all down now to the key takeaways, the stuff you really need to remember.
So here's what it all comes down to. First off, it's super fast to get started, which gets rid of a huge hurdle right away. Second, you can personalize it like crazy, so it really becomes an extension of your brand. Third, you don't have to just jump in blind. That try before you buy demo call is a huge confidence builder. And finally, that price point, it's clearly designed to be a tool to help you grow, not another big bill that holds you back.
So, just imagine this for a second. Your phone is always answered. Your calendar just fills itself up automatically. And your time is finally free for you to focus on the work you're actually passionate about. In the end, the real question isn't just, can an AI answer my phone? It's, what can I finally accomplish if it did?